In this video we're looking at the brand new slider in the OptimizePress PlusPack. So I'm on a blank page. I'm going to go and add the new slider, so I'll search this time for slider. It comes underneath our PlusPack elements here, so I'll click slider. And we have two different styles that you can choose from, or three different styles, sorry, there are three styles. We've got the navigation across the bottom here, so we've got text on the left, image on the right. We then have a full screen image slider, and then we also have the image slider with some text overlaid on the bottom area. So if we choose this first one here, I'm going to choose add a new image, and you'll see here we recommend that the image size is 500 by 300 pixels. One thing we also recommend is that you make sure your images are all the same size. If they're mixed sizes, your image slider can sometimes perform and it'll try and adjust itself based off the size of your image. So if you had a small image, the slider might suddenly retract in parts to compensate the size of that image. And other sliders do this as well. It's not just something with our sliders. They're trying to adjust based off the size of your image. So if you keep all of your images the same size, you can have more consistency in your slider design. So I'm going to go and choose some images. I'll just choose this one for now. I'll give it a title, and in here we could put in some text. So we'll just drop in some text here and we'll scroll down. We can also link this image to a particular page. So if you wanted to link it to another page within your site, you could add that URL here. And what I'll do is I'll add another image. Call this event, put in some text again, and then I'm going to click insert. And you can see here the layout that I chose was that text on the left, image on the right, and we can adjust this background color as well. So I'll jump in and do that just so you can see how it looks. Scroll down and give this a background color. And we can also have a different background color for the next slider. So I'll pick a different color just for the example in this video, and then we'll click insert. And we'll click save and close, and we'll reload this page. And there you have it. We've got a little slider. We've got the arrows pop up as we hover over. You can see the arrow on the right there, so I can go on to the next one. Or we could use the little bullets below to navigate. Now let's jump in and change this slider style. So I've opened up the slider here. I'm going to click on the back arrow. I'm just going to go down and choose another slider option. It'll save my images and text. And then I can go down and click insert. And I can save and close. And reload this page. Now you'll see right away that my images aren't the correct size for this style of slider. We want to have bigger images that spread all the way across. But you can see effectively how it works. This is that different layout. We'll go and choose the other layout as well with the text overlaying on the bottom. I'm going to go back again and I'll scroll to the bottom and choose the last option. And then I'll click insert. And then I'll save and close that. And I'll reload the page. And now you see that is the image again. We've got the text overlaying on the left hand side, or towards the bottom from the left hand side, going all the way across and over that image. Now what you'll notice with each slider option or each design, there's a recommended image size. So if we edit this slider again, you can see here with this slider we recommend you use the image size of 960 by 540 pixels. And if we go back to one of the others, the second one we chose, you can see here this is another 960 by 540 pixels. So depending on the style and design you want to use, we recommend an image height to suit that slider style. Now there's also some advanced options. If you scroll down and go to advanced options, we have different animation types. So we have the fade and the slide. So that's what happens between the transition between each image. We can then also loop the animation. You can choose to loop it. And we have the option to slideshow sizing, so you have normal and then you have stretch. Stretch would actually stretch the images out to fit within the space provided by the slider. We have the slider show auto starts. That means if you had 20 images, it was to start going through them images one after the other based on the speed that you set here. Now the speed is controlled in milliseconds, so you have milliseconds being 7,000 here is pretty much 7 seconds that it starts going through. You then also have a speed animation, so the higher this number, the quicker that the animation effect will go through and continue on. So you can play around with these two settings as much as you like. You have the speed of the slideshow cycling through, then you have the speed of the animation, the transition animation that's taking effect. So if you wanted a very fast sliding animation, you would increase this number here and the images would slide through. So one thing you can do, if you do have smaller images, you might want to go back and adjust the slideshow sizing to stretch. So what this does is takes your smaller image and effectively stretches it the entire width of the slider. So if I do that option now, you can see it here in effect. And if I save and close and we reload this page, you can now see that image has been stretched to fit and the slider actually looks much nicer. It fits in the space. There's no background color needed on this. We could go and choose the other option with the text underlaying or overlaying the image towards the bottom. So if I go and choose the other slider style, and we'll click Insert, save and close, reload the page, and there you have it. You've now got the nice image, you've got the text underneath here, and then you've also got the other image as well doing the same. If we reload the page, the image is set to auto slide, so the effects are going to kick in automatically. And there you can see that slide went through that process and transitioned on to the next slide. Now if you had multiple images, you'd have more bullet points appearing underneath. So if you had 20 or 30 or so images, you'd see more bullet points all the way along here, and you can speed up that effect so your images can actually scroll on through quite quickly, and then people can click on them. If they had links set up, they click on the image and go through to another page on your site. So this is the slider inside the OptimizePress PlusPack.